All right, so today we're going to be showcasing the Windblade. So Windblade, we did go Verity. So what it is on Verity is you get a additional 20% chance on critical hit for it to attack again. So it's like a double attack feature that you'll get out of it. We'll run through. I went with the elemental build on it, so we're doing the lightning build with a lightning chain, which is Verity as well. More chains of lightning. We're running chain, harmony, and then some elemental masters. We're trying to get our crit chance up. This comes with a base of 17 crit chance, so we're trying to boost that so we can crit as much as possible on Windblade. The more we crit on Windblade, the more opportunity we have for it to attack twice. We're going to be running a legendary map, not high level, guys. This is honestly just a quick run through of what this skill looks like. Okay, it's, to me, it's not all special. Is actually, I've struggled with this build personally. We've got the clouds of rain, so we've went through lightning pin. We've got crit chance on this, damage amp if intelligence, dexterity, and strength are more than 200. 118% damage whenever I use the HP potion. We got some other nifty things on the weapons. I think we did get a little unlucky with, wow, I keep doing that, don't I? Keep doing that. Wow. Yeah, so this is what we call the struggle bus, ladies and gentlemen. But on this one we got armor pin, which wasn't the best on it, but still yet we got some decent daggers. It took me quite some time to get the attack proper on this one, and I still have a very long way to go. So right here I'm going to show you guys what the skill actually will do. I wanted to wait and get this thing a little further out, but I'm gonna tell you guys something. This build has been one of the most frustrating because I haven't been able to get the DPS where I think it should be. I haven't been able to do things the way I want to on it, but we are working to get it there. And as you can see, we'll have that double attack feature going on there with the Windblade. You'll see that second little orange colored circle go. Whenever we critically hit, we have a 60% chance to do a second area of effect attack there. So we want to keep our crit as high as possible. Now, as of right now, the highest tier map that I could really run is like tier 5. So I feel like I'm missing something. I'm missing something somewhere. I've been trying to roll gear since they've done the recent update. You know, you can roll your gear from Kroko a little bit different. And you have the chance to get, you know, tier 34 items without having to farm tier 34 items, which is phenomenal, right? So you get in there, you will purchase, like, I spent a lot of money. I went from like 21 million down to like 6 million in no time at all. And it boils down to like, I rolled a lot, and then I went back and tried to find someone that had decent authorities on them that would give me some benefits off the gate. A lot of them didn't, it seemed, but still yet not a bad way to get you higher tier gear for your character when your character is already maxed, and maybe farming's just a little out of your purview there, because otherwise I would have had to wait till I got to like tier 10 maps and had the enemies level 140 or something like that. You know, it would have been really difficult to get these tier 34 weapons and gear. But as you can see, the build isn't terrible. I can crash mobs, but when it comes to bosses, I see that it slows down quite a bit. This is not my favorite map, by the way. Hermit's Forge is probably one of my least favorite maps. I don't know why. This one feels like it just is so long for no reason, and I've never really got the best traces out of it or items out of it by the end of it all. So yeah, Windblade, Verity, Lightning Chain, Verity. We went with the elemental build. Windblade's normally a physical skill, and I debated on keeping it physical, to be honest with you, but I wanted to give myself a little bit of range on the skill. And as you can see, the skill's so small, area of effect, you don't start attacking until you're right up on the enemy, really. So I wanted something that was going to give me a little bit of chain range, a little bit of range, a spell that wasn't orbs flying out or anything like that, but more of like, all right, how do we take this Windblade and how do we enhance what it's already doing, which is attacking in an area of effect. So the answer for me was, all right, let's go Lightning Chain with it and take the Lightning Chain and give that chain range, so it's hitting enemies from a further range, potentially binding them there as well. And then we're taking some amplified damage on bind. I was running Sword and Shield there for a bit. What are you doing here? I was running Sword and Shield there for a bit, which did seem like it offered quite a bit of damage reduction. So I'm not sure. I might end up swinging back that direction at the end of the day, but I am pretty satisfied with the results that I've gotten overnight, as to say, because I haven't been working on this one super long. I probably haven't put the maybe 13 hours on this build, and a lot of it was me trying to figure out where the hell am I going wrong with my DPS, why is it lacking, where can it be improved. A lot of it boiled down to not my Zodiac, but my actual items. So we pumped up some of the items that we were rocking. We finally got us a nice chest piece that rolled the +3 to damage skill rune. So we got a few levels out of that, hoping that we can amplify that, because even though that +3 is great, where are you? I feel like I'm still lacking. That's a terrible spot. I'm still lacking something somewhere to get this thing really rolling. Gear critical rate could have been nice. Like if I would have got a better roll on my legendaries. I'm happy with the way they roll, but at the same time, I don't think they're the best. Yeah, I think they could be better. By the way, I guess I could actually take the opportunity to tell you guys why this skill is kind of intriguing to me. So essentially you get this light winds effect and strong winds effect. I know you guys may have seen that on this passive skill tree before, but what that does is while you're moving, you're getting a movement speed buff and an attack speed buff. And when you become stationary for roughly a second, you get a damage dampening and an attack damage buff instead. So you attack slower, but it supposedly gives you 100% damage bonus and 10% damage reduction, which can come in handy for survivability, of course. You know, that's part of the reason why we're running Grand Approach and Fighting Spirit. Just something to continuously give us some type of survivability when it comes down to it. Alright, let's go ahead and summon this badass fire. That's fire. Alright, let's get in here and fight this big old worm. And then we'll roll through the Zodies. But like I say, I can't do high-level maps. This thing is far from complete, man. Far from complete. But I do believe it has great potential. There we go. Bunch of identification scrolls, some star memories. They're all armor. A lot of it was armor. I didn't get a lot of weapon at all. And the weapon's the one that I want the most. Not the Forms from Ortimus maps or something. Alright. So, when we pump into the Zodiac, we're going to see that I've tried to balance my strength, dex, and intelligence out the best I could to give me a little bit more for each one. And I'm going to show you some details on that. So, Aphros, you know, we went attack damage versus attack speed and mana. And in Explorer, we went armor, which I've debated on if I want to draw back and go back into dodge rate on that. We'll see. We've got health, and then we've got attack speed, damage. And then let's see here. We jumped into lightning resist 20, and then I think we also went right here and grabbed the 20% element damage bonus off of that. We jumped into hammer for armor pin. We could go uplift for attack speed. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. I think I'm going to stick where we are. We may find more damage if we go with uplift, because that's going to give us attack speed and another 50% damage, but we'll have a little bit lower area of effect. Area damage does impact the skill. All right, next we jumped right into the Numeric tree, and we went attack speed on that one. More attacks, faster attacks. We might need to adjust some of these. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm still trying to work out the kinks on here. Area of effect on this one, maybe we should have went crit rate and dodge. I don't know. We'll see. But I just want to show you guys exactly where we landed. 10% or more mana, more damage. And of course, I did whatever I could to get some area damage, some melee damage, and just flat 40% damage, because they're all over 200. We jumped into this tree here, and we went crit rate sharpness. I do kind of want to go up this route, but I've got to do challenge mode still. And then we jump down here. We've got our dual wielding, crit rate while dual wielding, attack speed while dual wielding. See, if you get one-handed, you can actually get crit damage while dual wielding. We did bind rate and apply bind is 10% amplified. Did I skip? I skipped the whole last tree. Another bind rate. Oh man, I do that sometimes, guys. So if you get stuck, you just fast forward a little bit to come back. You're probably gonna call me out on that one. That's perfectly fine. We went the skill rune. I do like to take prey and alert movement though. I just need more skill points, guys. I need more skill points. All right. And then we have again area damage amp, HP absorb. So like I said, there's a good chance that I'm gonna adjust this from time to time because I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do this build. But we're when we look at gear, you know, we've got gear dodge rate. I want to dodge. These seem like they made sense based on where we were. Attack dodge and attack damage per, so they kind of go hand in hand. I kind of like Coil of Penance, even though it's kind of like a double-edged sword, but I rock it. And like I say, you see that my gloves, my ring, and my amulet are still kind of like not where we want, and we're not even max level on this character yet. So we have a lot of little things that we need to do to get this character really popping properly. Haven't done a DPS check on it yet. Debating on when I'm going to do that. And yeah, that's my Windblade build, guys. I've been working on it, been a little quiet about it. It's nowhere near where it could or needs to be, but we will see where we get at the end of the day. So, mad love, guys. If you want to see more build guides, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Well,